Hello guys, I'm Axis and today we are learning how I made previous One Piece 25 plus years celebration project. If you didn't watch it yet, I highly recommend to check it out because you're missing out. I'll leave you the link in description and you can also click on the video that's showing in the middle right now. Click it. Okay, now that we're in clear with that, let's get working.
Here we go!
For this map, we're using Void World and we start with one block in air. Doesn't matter where you put it right now because this is the starting phase. So we're going to work on the chair itself first. And since we want our character in a sitting position, we're starting with a circle in the middle and we are using the spike command to do the legs of the chair. We're gonna use bridge command to do supporting arch for the legs itself. Now I'm reminding myself how the bridge command actually works.
One eternity later.
Also, I forgot to mention that we used revolve X4 to paste our arch and chair legs on all four sides.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This thing has silhouette of the chair, but I still don't like the shape of it right now, so we're gonna smooth it a bit and flood the corners.
The fuck you say to me, you little shit!
Okay, let's start working on our character. Also, as you could probably see, I always use different kinds of wool in starting phase. So before we start making the body of our character, we're using the line command here, and I like to start with the stickman technique to figure out how our guy will be posing and how tall will he actually be. We are doing another set of lines on the legs to see how thick they will be and where the knee will stand. For the spline, we're gonna use curve command, and as the name suggests, it makes a line in a curve. To use the curve command, you need to enable selection convex, since it doesn't work on other selections. When making a pose, imagine yourself how you look in real life, and then imagine a stickman exoskeleton in yourself while doing the pose that you imagined. Do this in private, since it can get a bit weird if someone sees you posing in midair. And you know what will happen next. You don't want that. Okay, now that's done, let's move on to coloring the chair. I wasn't going crazy on this one, so we're gonna use just some type of stripped spruce wood, stripped dark oak wood and spruce planks. Now that we figure out how our guy will look like, we can start making a body, our real body. So let's start with the legs, and for this technique I'm using spike command since we can control the width and length of the leg easier. I don't know about you guys, but I always get lost when making torsos of the character, but for this time I'm gonna use the arc brush boulder technique to do the torso. It's time to just trust the process of cooking and try adding additional spheres and smooth it until you're happy with the end result of it. I like to add some additional spheres for shoulders because it's gonna be easier to do the arms later with the same technique that we used for the legs. As you can see, we're getting the silhouette of the character already, but we need a head, a real head. So let's start with making one. This time we're gonna use two spheres with some smoothing. Now let's see if it fits the body. If it doesn't, don't worry, scale command can help you out here, but don't go too far because 0.9 is enough. And if it ends up bigger than it should, you can also enlarge it with 1.1 or more. Again, don't go too far because it can end up like a potato, and trust me, you don't want that. Okay, so let's continue with the head by making the face. I struggle a bit with the face, but I think it ended up nicely on the end. What do you think? Tell me in the comments. Luffy has a straw hat, so let's make a straw hat by combining some commands together. We're gonna use cylinder command and spam some circles while remaining in the same place by changing the height by one block after executing the command. I decided to use different types of jungle wood blocks combined with the red stripe. We're also gonna use rotate command to rotate our straw hat to fit nicely on our head. We also gonna add some hair cause our guy ain't bald and it will help in shaping our head nicely. I also decided to change wood blocks to white terracotta for the face since we used it for a head itself. Now that we're in the end phase, we can start making clothing and additional details. I'll let you figure out how I did the pants, but just to mention, it's the same technique that we used for the legs. When making barefoot, I like to make it somewhat flat and adding some blocks to look somewhat like a fingers. It's the same as the AI do the art, and sometimes can get pretty nice and sometimes pretty bad. You can polish it as long as you're happy, but I didn't want to spend too much time on it since it's just a hand and it's just a portion of the whole scene of the character itself. And the character is pretty small, so let's just continue.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
I'll be using the Featherbrush Go Paint here, and let's just start coloring the shades of the clothing to add some color and detail on our guy. I'm imagining the sun hitting on our guy on the one side and then color the shadows according where the light falls. And now just let's add some additional details and our Luffy is done. I hope you guys had a great time here like me and that you're gonna see us building and learning with each other once again. To everyone that made up to the end, please consider giving a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you already didn't, cause it's gonna get a lot better from here. Trust me. Take care guys and have a great time. Until then, Axis out.